Welcome back, everybody. My name is Taylor Martin. This is the best damn EDC, and it's time for another EDC Weekly. And I think we should mix it up a little bit. So a few days ago, I asked over on Threads, and if you're not familiar with Threads, that's Meta's new take on Twitter, like a Twitter competitor. But I asked you guys to share your EDCs there in response to a thread of mine. I don't really know how it works. It's like Twitter, but worse. Like, I feel like Instagram could have just added a tab on your profile and had threads there, but now we have a whole nother platform. But that's a whole nother can of worms that I don't really want to get into. Point is, I asked you guys to share your carries over on Threads, and I'm going to go through those now. So with that said, this is the EDC Weekly Threads edition. God help us, and let's do the damn thing. Before we go any further, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, AG1. AG1 is daily nutrition made simple. It combines 9 different health products to give your body the nutrition it needs and that you may not be giving it through your existing diet. It can replace your multivitamin, your multiminerals, your pre and probiotics, as well as helping your immunity support, your gut health, and so much more. There are 75 high quality ingredients that AG1 proudly displays on their label, and they've perfected the formula through 52 iterations to include the things your body needs while keeping it super simple. Just mix 1 scoop or travel pack with a glass of water and you're good to go. And it's totally free of things like gluten, dairy, pesticides, GMOs, and so much more, so almost anybody can enjoy it. A couple of years ago, I was face to face with some serious burnout here on the channel, and I had 2 kids, 2 very young kids, and I looked terrible, I felt terrible, and I just had no energy to keep up with my kids or work. So I made a promise to myself that I would start focusing on my physical and mental health. I started eating better, I started working out, and I started taking more time to keep my head straight, and it all started with healthy habits. I've been drinking AG1 every morning for almost 2 months now, and frankly, I love it. It's part of my morning routine, whether I'm rushing out the door to go to the gym or just casually heading into the office. It's something effortless that I can do every morning to help kick my day off in the right direction. Since I've started drinking AG1, the biggest improvement that I've noticed is my focus. It's something that I've struggled with for years, but I feel more focused during my workouts or behind the computer, just chugging away at editing or even planning, especially planning. I don't have that midday crash like I used to, and I also just feel like I have more energy throughout the day, but also, more importantly, I feel like I'm getting better sleep at night. I lay down and fall asleep instantly, and it feels restful, which is not always the case when you have young kids, but it's something that's very noticeable to me as of late. You might be a little skeptical of AG1 because of how you think it might taste, because I also was at first. But actually it tastes pretty good. It mixes very easily in just a glass of plain water or in one of these shaker bottles that they provide. But also I get like a subtle sweetness out of it, just a hint of sweetness, a little bit of vanilla. And for me, what I taste on the very tail end of it is like it's a little earthy, but a little nutty, kind of like almond, but not really. It's very hard to explain, but I really enjoy the taste of it, and it's something that I do look forward to drinking in the mornings. So if you want to try out AG1 for yourself and add your own healthy habits, hit my link in the description down below for a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2 drops, as well as 5 free travel pouches with your first purchase. And once again, I want to thank AG1 for sponsoring this video. So the first thing to address is I thought this was a really good idea originally because new platform, new people, new faces, fewer people, so it might be easier to actually get featured and picked for this video. However, there's a problem. There's a glaring flaw with Threads and using it in a public forum like this. If you have a private account and you reply to my thread, I can't see your reply. So you can have a private account, but people that aren't your friends won't see your replies. So I had 46 replies to this post, and I can see maybe 12 or 15 of them at most. Yeah. Thanks, Meta. Just really nailed it, didn't you? And like the last EDC Weekly, we're gonna do a giveaway here. I'm gonna give away one of these shirts. These shirts are available over on the Best Damn EDC website, as well as the exclusive website. And so are these hats, if you're interested. Just a total blackout Best Damn EDC hat. But for the giveaway, we're gonna give away one of these shirts this time. And if you wanna know how to enter the giveaway, just watch the video, and somewhere along the way, we'll tell you how to enter. So I posted, I said, want to be in the next EDC Weekly, show me your carry here, and don't forget to give a quick description. 46 replies, 13 are visible. Cool, well 13 of you are lucky. The others, sorry that your profile's not public and I can't see it. I wish I could. But let's just go through and see what we got. So 15 hours ago, we have a post from Knoll Knives in response. He says, this is my launch exclusive Raiden and an Omega Aquaterra. So we've seen the Aquaterra on the channel quite a bit. It's a really nice watch from Omega. But that knife, I mean, it matches perfectly, but that knife, the Raiden, is really sick. You've got a frame lock thumb stud. It's got a very Sebenza-esque, like high saber flat grind instead of a hollow, but like that's really nice. I like that plunge line too. It's got that kind of Shirogorov radius plunge line. That's really nice. And then of course you've got Damascus and Timascus, but really cool. I'd like to see more of that knife. I'm sure I've seen it, but it looks different from the lock side, from the show side, but very cool. Noel Knives, thank you for sharing. The next one is from Conzy. Oh boy, here we go. Conzy EDC. He has a Shirogorov full custom Stellar from Sergey, Dark TI AKF, which is the NUC you see there. On that is a Copperhead Hellboy bead, which we've also seen probably both of those from previous Conzy submissions. And then a custom Shirogorov coin, which also doubles as the Certificate of Authenticity. That is probably a pretty spendy knife. I would imagine 3 to 4K, it being Damascus and a full custom. Wow. And we know that bead is like $900 and the NUC is like a couple grand. So wow, we're gonna like both of those. Very cool. Thank you for sharing, Conzy. Haven't heard from you in a while. I hope you're well, but thank you for sharing. We've got one from David Robertson. You can find him in the Discord as BAMA. Last time I was in there, he's pretty active. I don't know if he still is, but in this photo, we have a Redeemed Creations notebook wallet. Inside that, he has a Grimsmo Saga number 0918. The flashlight next to that is an Okluma DC0, as well as an Armstrong Metalworks Solar Blueprint coin. There's a Nice Guy Machine Company side piece as his pry bar, and then the watch is an Omega Seamaster Professional. Hey, nice, you've upgraded your watch. Really cool, congratulations. There's also a SOG Power Pint. Side note, sad day, I lost my Power Pint yesterday. Again. For the third time. I don't know where it is. The knife that we see in the bottom of the photo is a CRK Sebenza 31 with a micarta inlay. But then he says, not in the picture, but carried is a Great Eastern Cutlery beer and sausage tool, which I think I sold to you. I think that was mine. Really cool. Should have put it in the photo. As well as a 1953 steel case Zippo and an Atlas Creation Hank. Very neat. Thank you for sharing. Awesome gear. And again, congrats on the Omega and upgrading your watch game. I probably should do that soon. It's been a while since I've bought a nice watch. Vero Engineering. What's up, dude? Keeping it light today with my notorious EDC Kingpin and Fellholter tie bolt. Very cool. I apparently have a Kingpin on the way, and it should be here in just like an hour or two. So excited to finally get one and have my hands on one. I got to play with them at Blade Show and stuff, but the Kingpin is a really nice slip joint that everybody seems to really like a lot. Tom did a really great job on the design of the Kingpin. Anyway, thank you for sharing, Joseph. And you didn't even, blast your own gear, which is it's very commendable. Thank you. All right, next we have something from Kev's Daily Carry, a Paradrop sheath with a Griffin Co. Medic and a Scout 2.5. So he has both of the Griffin Co. fixed blades, also both in Paradrop leather sheaths. He also has a Mighty Hank's Hank underneath that, and then the wallet that's under the Griffin Co. Scout 2.5 is an OpenSea Houbei and Kangaroo leather. And he has a DP steel and leather Lightslip, which is at the top right of the photo. Inside that, he has an Okluma DC0, a Fellholter Tiny Bolt, and a Daily Customs Tinker. Very cool, very sweet carry, and thank you for sharing Kev's Daily Carry. That's a new name. I'm not familiar with that one, so good to see somebody new and some new faces and some new gear. Very sweet, and that makes me want to carry that Griffin Co. In fact, it may go in the pocket today. The next one comes from our buddy, Everyday Minimalist, Brandon. And in this photo, the center, man, that's a sick photo. In the center of the photo is the Benchmade Anthem. And then next to that to the right is a Nice Guy Machine Company Nice Bar, as well as a JRW Accomplice and a Protec Runt in black. To the left of the photo in the red section is a Bolt Action Mini from Tactile Turn, as well as a CWF Micro Arcadian Click in TI, and a black Zippo. But in the top left in the white section is a data pouch with a JRW like Curator soft bead. I can't remember exactly what he calls those, but very sweet. He also has one in titanium. It looks like it could just be like gray, but like gray rubber, but he has one on the Nice Guy as well. So very sweet, cool layout for the photo. And thank you for sharing, Brandon. Appreciate you. All right, here's a name I am familiar with that has submitted to the show plenty over the years, EDC Sector, and he's always got something really cool to share. In this photo, we have a Ben Crine Vintage Micarta like Worry Stone, And then below or above that is Musk and Hustle number 114, which is a tube roll-on cologne. The pen next to that is a Grimsmo Saga, as well as a Seiko that is an SKX013. The wallet is by bmore.edc over on Instagram, just a little minimalist wallet. The light is a Raylight Pineapple Mini, and then the knife is a JD Knives Iridium. Funny, because there's now a Kershaw Iridium, but yeah, I've never heard of that. It looks pretty interesting. It's got like a really slimline flipper tab. EDC Sector says, added Musk and Hustle in my carry, so small, and the smell is great all day. Been crying also does make a great worry stone. This one is in vintage micarta. And a left-handed knife from JD Knives. Very, very sweet. Awesome carry. Thank you for sharing, EDC Sector. All right, we got one from hot.wheel.edc here. This has a Knipex 4-inch Cobra pliers in the left, and next to that he has 3 knives. We have a Koenig Arius, a Dimco AD 20.5, and then the fixed blade between those is a Jacob Creates Chickadee. There's also a DIY Big Larry next to the knife. It's kind of at the top. It's like this little fidget thing. There is a silver chain around everything. And then next to that, we have an Apple AirPods Pro, as well as a silver coin. And then there is a McLaren F1 Hot Wheels in the photo as well, which probably is where the name is derived from, Hot Wheel EDC. Cool stuff. I've still never tried an Arius at all. I got to handle a Chickadee because Ricky has one, but yeah, never had an Arius, and after handling it at Blade Show, like, it's a nice knife, but I think I'm more of like the mini. I like it more than the full size, and I want a non-flipper version if I ever buy one. All right, so now we have andrwk. That's funny. But in his photo, we have, he says, got an old mix of textures and colors here. There's a Raylight Land in Mokame, as well as a Tudor Black Bay in bronze, a tactile turn slim bolt action Alien Special Edition, as well as a Conklin Symmetric in amber. Oh, that's the fountain pen next to that, I guess. There's an Apple AirPods Pro and a wallet and key cover and fob from Southpaw Leather Goods, who's also in the Discord. So you can find them in there and check out their work. I'm sure they also have an Instagram, but that's where I know them from, is from my Discord. Yeah, that's a pretty sick Black Bay, all bronze case with the bronze bezel. Like that's a really sick watch. That's what I'm looking at, right? I'm talking about upgrading my watch. I'm looking at like a Pelagos or a Black Bay Steel Pro, maybe. I mean, the rest of the year has got to be a really good year, and I got to sell a bunch of gear, but maybe. It might be the year of the Tudor, or it might be the year of the Speedmaster. We'll see. Okay, and speaking of upgrading watches, let me know in the comments down below what your Grail watch is, and I'm going to randomly choose a winner for one of the t-shirts. That's how you enter the giveaway. Tell me what your Grail watch is in the comments down below. Anyway, really cool gear, nice watch, and I like the really cool, like, you got Mokame, that Alien Edition tactile turn, and like an Ultim, like looking, it's amber, but an Ultim looking fountain pen. Really neat. And there is a Hank underneath everything, but I can't. Ace of Hanks, I think is the maker of the Hank, who's also in the Discord. All right, so the next one.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
All right, so the next one comes from Jonathan6, and this is his copper carry. He says, this is my copper carry, as I'm a huge fan of copper. He has a Fidelo wallet, as well as a copper Civivi Elementum. He has a drop flashlight in copper, which is from Lumentop. There's a Bic lighter cover, also in copper, and he can't remember the pen brand. As a Mighty Hanks Mighty Mini underneath, as well as an OG egg coin from Breakfast Club EDC. Well, man, I used to be all about some copper and bronze and brass, but I haven't carried all brass in a long time, and I just feel the weight of it already without having to carry it. But it always looks so good. Look at that, just look at that flashlight. That looks ridiculous. Like, it's blued from all the patina, and that's so sick. Really awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Jonathan. Moving on to the next. This is the last one, and what we have here is iobbsu? Sure. In this photo, we have an Apple Watch Ultra, a Big Idea Design TPT slide. There's also a Raylight Pineapple, a Big Idea Design mini click pin, a Victorinox mini champ with a Nightcore whistle next to it, and then a Peak Design mobile wallet. And then finally, the bottom right is a Wii Banter. Very, very cool, compact carry. Thank you for sharing, and thank you all for sharing. And for future episodes, if you want to submit and be featured in the episode, just go to edcw.co and submit your carry there. But that's it. Thank you guys for sharing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you see anything in this video that you liked, I will try to link it all down below. But that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, carry on.